My name is Elliot Haspel, and I'm the editor-in-chief of Best Practices Weekly. Best Practices Weekly is a free weekly summary of education research for teachers. It bridges the gap between research and practice. As a former teacher myself, I know full well that teachers really want to keep up with best practice research coming out in academic journals and magazines, but teachers are exceptionally busy people, exceptionally hardworking people, and very often just don't have the time. So what Best Practices Weekly does, it provides a free weekly summary in a written form, with a short video, and with an audio podcast, along with a planning guide to help teachers quickly implement these ideas in their classroom. The idea is that we're really helping to make sure that teachers are using the best practice instruction they possibly can to maximize learning for students in the classroom. Right now we're going to hear from one of the teachers who listens to Best Practices Weekly, and she'll explain a little bit more.
One of the hardest parts about teaching for me is that after an entire instructional day, after calling families and parents, after talking to my administration, after conferring with my grade level teammates, after prepping my entire next day's lessons and materials, I then need to go online or to an education journal and begin learning about new education practices, cutting edge research that I can then incorporate into my classroom the next day so that I'm a more effective instructor. I just personally don't have the time to do that as a professional to develop myself, and that's why I personally turn to Best Practices Weekly. Within 5 to 10 minutes of reading their newsletter or watching one of their videos, I've learned 3, 5, 10 really smart new strategies that I can implement into my classroom. It helps me think of more innovative activities to use with my students. It helps deepen my own content knowledge as a teacher. It helps me reflect on the instructional strategies that I'm using and perhaps learn a few new ones so that I'm reaching all my kids all the time on a deeper level.
Best Practices Weekly has currently over 1,500 educators subscribed throughout the United States and many abroad, places as far-flung as Jordan and Russia. What we're hoping to do now, though, is expand. Best Practices Weekly is currently focused just on elementary schools, grades K to 5, with occasionally going into middle school, and we just can't meet the diverse needs of the teaching population in the United States and abroad. What we want to be able to do is hire folks part-time to create editions for middle school and for high school. And this is going to start a snowball effect where what we eventually want to do is we eventually want to have a whole bunch of editions going so teachers can get very subject and grade specific things. Eventually we want to see teachers who have kindergarten through second grade, third grade through fifth grade, middle school math science, middle school English and social studies, high school biology, high school English, etc., etc. We need to get started, we needed some funds. So what we're going to do, we're asking for right now, is an initial tipping goal of $5,000 and a full goal of $10,000. What this money will let us do is hire veteran expert teachers part-time to be working for an entire year on one edition for middle school and one edition for high school. This is going to get us started down the path of hiring more. So again, the money is going very directly and solely to hiring folks to produce editions that will let middle school teachers and high school teachers enjoy Best Practices Weekly and ultimately let their students benefit from the fact that their teachers are using the cutting edge research that's coming out because they're able to access it in an extremely digestible way.
I'm already really excited to start using them in my classroom this fall. Their topics are based on all kinds of different research that you can gather from different scientific journals, except instead of just reading the article, they actually give you video tutorials that help you learn it. They also provide excellent written guides so that you can break down and just get out the best pieces of information. They also provide you with a teacher companion guide that allows you to engage in the videos just like a graphic organizer would for any of your students that you get to work with. I'm so excited that I've found this resource to use and that it's going to continue being there, providing me with wonderful little shells of magic that I get to use in my classroom.
And as a token of our gratitude, for different levels of giving, we've got some different great rewards for you. The lower levels, things like just recognition in our emails, on our website of your generous contribution. And then at the higher levels, we'd love to be able to do some custom editions for you. If you're a teacher, is there a specific thing you're always wondered what the research says about? we're happy to produce an edition for you. Or if you're not a teacher, you have a teacher friend that you want to give that to help them get better at something that they've really been interested in for a long time. So again, thank you so much for anything you can give. Your money will go directly to helping many, many more teachers and students learn from being able to access best practice information. We're eventually hoping to have, by the summer of 2012, 200,000 teachers signed up, which is going to mean that we're affecting 6 million students nationwide and abroad. And within 3 years, we want that number to be 1 million teachers. That means we're indirectly impacting 30 million students, or over half the United States student population. So the potential here is huge. Again, we thank you so much for anything you can give, and really appreciate it. Bye-bye.